Hey everybody, and welcome back to the 1902 Farmhouse project. I know I didn't put out a video in a while. I've been really busy here, everywhere else. Today I'm trying to get my third HVAC proposal, and I don't know if I had mentioned it earlier in the video, but last year when I was going to do the HVAC myself, I went ahead and paid somebody to do the heat load calculations and the duct plan, which is your manual J and manual D. So the first HVAC contractor came out. I showed him what I had. He looked around. He got back with me with a proposal to do it the way it's planned out, and no problems. Didn't bring up anything about the duct plan or the size of the heat pump for this house is size for 2 ton. This is a little over 1,600 square feet, which in this area would be a little big for a 2 ton normally. The second contractor had come out. He did not like the duct plan. He said there's too many ducts. He said the 2 tons too small. He said I got too much duct work for 800 CFMs. I'm gonna show you my plan, and the other one's just pulling up. Here's the duct plan. I'll give y'all a better picture of this when I get to editing. Alright, so the third guy, he just left after talking a little while, and we'll see how it goes. He again agreed with the second one that this duct work was too much duct work. It wouldn't get no flow. The size was wrong. So bring you back to this. Basically, this is the layout of the house. I know you can't really see good through this camera. This is the unit, the heat pump, the air handler. On one side here we have the return. So there's 2 returns, one here and one here. And this one actually I moved to the hallway, so it's going to be closer to there. And this is actually going to be center of the house. And then it's got ducts going to every room. And he said that these ducts are way too big. This is an 8-inch duct going to a 4-inch, going to a 6-inch. Here's a 10-inch going to 2/8. And it's got the CFMs right there, 95 CFMs, 95 CFMs. 120 CFMs here. The problem is, and that's what it's rated for, 2 ton split heat pump, gas furnace. We decided not to go with the gas furnace. The problem is the 2 ton heat pump only puts out 800 CFMs. These 8-inch, 10-inch lines, 8-inch I think is 200 CFMs, the 10-inch is probably 300, whatever. It all adds up to a lot more CFMs than what that heat pump can put out. So you really won't feel any flow, no airflow when it's running. It'll just be, I'm guessing it would, I mean, you're only going to get so much airflow out, and it's going to suck up so much airflow. You get some flow, but with these tall ceilings, you'd never feel it. So he thinks at least a 2.5 ton for this house. I want to say this house is 1,600 square feet. I don't think it's on here. There's the heat loads right there, entire house heat loads. Sensible latent cooling and heating total 32,000 BTUs, 28,000 or 2,800, 21,000, excuse me, 21,000 cooling and 32,000 BTUs heating. That's the heat loads, and that's the cool loads. So a 2 ton unit is 24,000 BTUs. And you see here 40,000 BTU minimum furnace for that, take care of that heat load there. I'm not an expert on heating and air. I know these guys, and I asked this last one, I'm not gonna name names because he ain't got back with me, but he's gonna get back with me next day or so, give me a price. I'm not naming any names of whoever I go with. These guys, they don't even bother with calculating the heating load or cooling load. They've done this stuff so many years. He's been doing it since 77 or 78. And most of all it's been in this area, in the south. And he said he used to do all that. But, you know, once you do it 1,000 times, you kind of have figured out, hey, I need this or that for this size house with this much insulation. And, you know, typically in the south, we oversize our HVAC units, especially the cooling, because we have not necessarily hot temperatures, but we have a lot of humidity down here. It makes it very hot. So, you know, if you're dealing with let's say an average of 85 degrees in the summertime, but 75 to 80% humidity, that's a lot of heat. You got to get out of that air to cool it off. So anyway, that's what we're going to do, I guess. We'll see who we go with, A, B, or C. I still ain't made up my mind. I'm thinking it's probably going to be B at this point because this guy, I'm kind of afraid he's going to be a little bit on the high side, but we'll see. Alright guys, I don't know where I left off in that last video. I did get somebody else come in and give me a third. Well, they never got back with me, but we discussed it, and he did pretty much say that the second guy was right, that I would not be happy if I went with what I had with the 2-ton unit and all the ductwork. He said I'd never get enough air out of it, so he pretty much confirmed the second guy. He never got back with me, so I went with the second quote. It was a little bit higher than the first, but I want to be happy with what I got. These guys have been installing for a long time, so I feel pretty confident that they're going to give me a good system here. So as you can see, we're in day 2 of install. We got a good bit done yesterday for half a day. We didn't show up till about 12. It's about 1 now, so on day 2. But we got the unit set. I think they've already got the line set welded on it. We've still got to wire it up. So he's got basically got this to go into the disconnect. Oh, excuse me, the disconnect. I've got to put the disconnect on here. Looks like he's got the drain underneath. I told him not to go through the pillars, but I told the wrong person, and the guy that did the work, he went through the pillars instead of this underpinning. So I mean, he could have moved over just a little bit, went through that block there, would have been better, but anyway, it is what it is. It blew out the back of that column pretty good. This is a Goodman 3-ton. That's the rating on it. It's a 15 SEER. Not the best efficiency, but I guess it's going to work. We've got a disconnect right here. I don't know why he went such a big disconnect. This has been laying on the back of the truck, looks like, but he's going to put that on there, I think, to cover up that big hole, but there it is, Goodman. So the guys, I got 3 or 4 inside working. Look what I see. This is what you don't want to find in the yard after people come to do work, and they leave their little nasty surprises for your lawnmower. All right, a couple days later, Sunday, I got done at about 5 o'clock Friday evening. I come in today, and of course it's cool outside. Cooling here at 63. I had it set for 68 on cool. I don't like this thermostat, so it's going to go Adios. I'm gonna put a programmable one up there. One that's got automatic heat and cool cycles. So this is it's a 3-ton heat pump. And we got right here in the hallway, we got a first return. I got to repair some stuff they did, but it ain't as bad as it could have been, I guess. And here in the master, we got a small return. I think this is 14 by 14, the other is 18 by 18. And then we was supposed to, original plan was to have a vent here and a vent here, but we just went with one. And of course the bed will go between the windows there, so we want it over the bed, I guess, where you can feel a little bit of breeze. And got this one in. And this one in here, they went smaller. This is the closet slash laundry room. Put a smaller one in, so I've got to fill in that little spot right there. And we'll put got some gaps there. They didn't do a real good job of cutting this stuff out. I already had the wood cut. All they had to do was cut the sheetrock. They were cutting the sheetrock with a sawzall. Didn't put anything in the closet. In this hallway, I think they went smaller with it. So here again, got another one to fix. And in the office they went smaller, so I got that one to fix. And in the bathroom, second bath, they went smaller with it, I think. No, maybe it was already that size. So that's good. I ain't got to fix that. I would take you up there in the attic and show you, but it's almost too much trouble. They also hooked up my 3 bath vent fans, which I haven't even cut out for yet. Well, 2 of them I hadn't cut out for. They're up there. So here's another one I had wanted to come back and shorten up. And there's the register for it. And then in the living room, I had 2 cutouts here. We only put this one in. We're going to have to close this one up. So this one fit the hole. So I just put one big one in right here. And there's the register for it. And then in the kitchen and dining room, we put 2 in because this is going to be the hottest place in the house. So I think these are going to be fitting. Nope, put a small one in here. That's a hell of a small one. So that's a big gap to fill right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of wood across, screw it, and then put another 3/4 inch, probably piece of plywood up there, screw it to that, and then put some sheetrock in there and screw it to that plywood, because that is sheetrock on top of 3/4 tongue and groove. This one looks good. I ain't got to fool with it. I think I will come back and paint these black though, just so they don't show so bad. The silver.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the 1902 Farmhouse project. Today is May 28th. I'm going to give y'all a quick update. You can see behind me, we got some sheetrock mud up. Well, actually, I hired a guy to come in and do that. So it looks like, I've been gone a couple days. It looks like he's gotten 2 coats on. Got one on the corner, at least 2 on the butts. I can tell that it ain't dried good. That's probably why he ain't here today. It's still a little dark. Let's see here. Got this one done, this one. So you do one day, let it dry, and do the other side another day. He's been here, today's Friday. He started working Wednesday on it. So man, it's gonna be so nice to get some primer on these walls, get some paint on them, get these windows trimmed out. It's gonna be really good.
These big butt joints, well, it's really not a butt, it's a butt with a half bevel. And I'll float them way out. This should be a factory joint here, so I don't know why he floated that, but he didn't patch that. I guess he's waiting on me to come in here and patch it, but that one too, I gotta patch them little areas right there. So I guess I need to work on that since he apparently is not gonna do that, so he just come in to finish. Alright, so I'll try to get that done today. Alright, several hours later, we got them all done. You know, I basically just cut out a piece and then cut the hole out, put it up there, cut around it, took them all down, took the old piece down, put the patch back up there, and then went around it with some tape. And I can see on that tape there, I did not, I missed that tape bad right there. I'm gonna have to come back and do that, fix that right quick. It's hard to see sometimes you get up there. So this one here, I put a little piece of, I put a 2x4 up there and a piece of plywood to cover that big gap in. And did the same thing in here and in here. And in the laundry room and closet area will be the last place. And there. So that one's got a little bad corner on it. Might float it out. So that's the update for today, May 28th. Happy Memorial Day, everybody.